Chapter 1079. Just then, Jimmy let out a sigh. This is a national treasure that we've lost. I'll carry the shame of losing it to my grave if it isn't found. He shook his head after that. It was clear that he did not have much confidence in Wilbur. After all, the amulet had left the country and was untraceable in such a dangerous country that only made it all the more difficult to retrieve it. Elsa turned to Wilbur. The two of you are going to go to North Manand as cousins. This is going to be your new phone. It has all your personal information in it. She then handed him a mobile phone. Wilbur took a look at it before sticking it in his pocket. His actual phone was still in his demoplane. Soon, Sophie entered the room wearing a backpack. Sir, I've given the guy a heads up. We can leave anytime. Oren looked over at Wilbur, who nodded. All right then. We'll send you to the station, where you'll take the bullet train to the border. You'll be alone after that, said Oren. Wilbur got to his feet, and Elsa drove him and Sophie to the train station. They boarded the bullet train soon after, heading straight for the borders of Cloud Province and North Manand. The borders between Cloud Province and North Manand were about 1,000 kilometers wide, divided by a river that would take you across either side. That was where illegal border crossing was the most rampant. Due to the fact that the borders were far too wide, the government had invested large amounts of labor and capital into preventing these cases. However, there were still people who managed to sneak through and successfully pull these scams off. Most of the victims of these cases had been lured into the traps with promises of lucrative salaries or finding true love, then kidnapped and snuck across the border. They would either be forced to have their family members bail them out with high ransom or stay and participate in scamming others. Those who refused to listen or pay the bail were tortured in cruel ways, sometimes to the point of death. Of course, there were always more simple-minded people who would fall for these traps, thinking they would be able to make good money this way. There was truly no way to put an end to this for good, and it was a huge pain for the government. Wilbur and Sophie sat next to each other on the bullet train in dead silence. Wilbur was thinking about the approach he was going to take once he got there. It seemed like the best he could do was to play by ear, as he knew next to nothing about what things were like over there. Just as Wilbur was pondering to himself, Sophie spoke up. What's your mission? She asked. Wilbur glanced at her. You don't need to know that. Just focus on your own thing. I know. I'm just making sure you'll stay focused, so you won't accidentally expose the both of us, said Sophie coldly. Wilbur frowned at her. Do you think I would do that? People like you think you're untouchable because you are well connected, so you can do whatever you want without caring about the consequences. I'm not like that. I came from nothing and got to where I am through hard work. This mission's extremely important to me, and I hope everything goes well. Sophie looked straight ahead as she spoke, but the warning in her tone and her dislike for Wilbur was clear.